Hey y'all, another fun fact about me. I absolutely love me some Tupac. I always have. I even wore my Tupac shirt for this video. But I've always been into the conspiracy theories surrounding his death. And I have never heard this information until tonight. So I wanted to share it with y'all for those that are interested like I am. So evidently Tupac's murder suspect is implying that Sean P. Diddy Combs is or was involved with Tupac's death. I had never heard that. Evidently there's been videos of this all over the internet. I might be behind. Maybe others haven't heard this too, so again, I wanted to share. So Dwayne Davis, also known as Keith D, has alleged in multiple interviews that Diddy was involved with Tupac's murder. One of these interviews was with Las Vegas detectives and another was with a documentary film crew. So he claimed that Diddy offered to pay big money for the shooting of Tupac as part of an ongoing feud. They had some diss tracks against each other and whatnot. There was also an ongoing feud with Marion Knight. He was known as Suge Knight. If you don't know, Suge was the owner of Death Row Records at that time, and he was allegedly in the car, the same car that Tupac was in when he was shot. So there was a very big rival between Diddy's Bad Boy Records, that was on the East Coast, and Tupac's West Coast, Death Row Records. And again, Suge was the owner of Death Row at the time. Now, Dwayne was apprehended last year. He was arrested in regards to Tupac's murder. But he has said that Diddy funded Tupac's murder, which was on September 7th of 1996. And all of this is according to court documents that have just been released this week. The documents were filed on July 18th, and it said that Diddy's name was mentioned over 75 times in the documents. Dwayne told law enforcement officers that Diddy paid $1 million to a guy by the name of Eric Von Martin to kill Pac. Also said that Diddy did reach out after the news of Pac's death, asking whether or not it was them that shot him or a rival gang. It was said he answered that question with a yes, it was them, and he had pride in it. It was said that he also willingly gave up info under the impression that he had immunity from prosecution, but that kind of backfired and that might actually be used to convict him. Reportedly, Dwayne said that the conspiracy to commit murder started in California and it was between him, Diddy, and Eric Zip Martin. He also allegedly admitted that his nephew, Orlando Anderson, who went by Baby Lane, quote, popped the dude. Mentioned in detail how his nephew leaned over and rolled down the window. He did all of that in detective interviews. And when detectives asked if he was paid by Diddy, he allegedly replied with a yeah. He also allegedly said that he wished he had never met Diddy and that he swears to God Diddy ruined his life. He said he was all rich at one time and up under the radar, and now that's all gone. Now, all of this is allegedly one big lie. And Dwayne is currently trying to get out on bail until his trial, but prosecutors are trying to say he should not because of all of this that he's allegedly told law enforcement in the past and done in interviews. So you may already know, but Dwayne's been in jail in Nevada. He was arrested for killing Tupac, but he's asking for bail until his trial. The prosecutors are arguing that he should stay in jail, partly because of the statement that he made to cops alleging that Diddy had paid $1 million to kill Pac. During the interview he had with authorities, Dwayne told Las Vegas detectives that Diddy had made personal contact with him and his cohorts, saying he'd be willing to pay for Tupac's death and if he was killed by somebody on the streets. And he said that meant him and his crew. He also allegedly told cops that he and his boys were hanging out with Diddy one night. There was allegedly like 40 to 50 people, and Diddy made the comment that he'd give anything to see Suge Knight dead, implying he would pay a lot of money without saying the exact amount. And like I said, he allegedly said this in a large group of people. Dwayne also told authorities that after Pac was killed, he reached out to Diddy through a mutual friend to get paid, but he never got the money. So yeah, prosecutors are pretty much saying that this admission from Dwayne just shows he's the type of man who would kill somebody for money and that he is a threat to society and should not be on the streets. As for Diddy, he has repeatedly denied that he had anything to do with Tupac's murder or that he offered anyone money to kill him. I read somewhere that he allegedly paid Eric Zip Martin. And to the public's knowledge, there is no investigation into Diddy because of Dwayne's claims. Again, that's not known to the public if there is, but as of now, we don't know of anything. It's not known whether or not Diddy will be subpoenaed or indicted in all of this. Nobody knows. I'm assuming that would be public knowledge if so, but then again, maybe not. But the judge is yet to rule whether or not Dwayne will get out of jail pending his trial, so we'll wait and see about that. So what do y'all think about all this? Should he be able to get out? No. Do you think Diddy had anything to do with it? Let me know in the comments. Again, I've always been interested in this. It's one big rabbit hole. Let me know what you think.